It's so easy to go out there and do the research, take the 5 minutes and find out what's really going on. Welcome back. Be sure to subscribe. Let's get right to it. First topic. Sunny Hostin of The View gave a perfect representation of why the Democrats are never going to win another election, referencing Gavin Newsom's new podcast. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
I think this is a poor strategy for Gavin Newsom. I actually did think that he was one of the leaders that would come out in terms of 2028. I remember watching his annual State of the Union address in California, and he criticized Republicans, and he promoted California as an antidote to the poisonous populism of the right. Now he has a Steve Bannon on the show who's saying, you know, you're going to get to populism. There's a long road. He gives zero pushback there. He gives zero pushback, as Sarah pointed out, to really what is a slur against Senator Warren, a sitting senator. He gives a platform and normalizes, in my view, an election denier and someone who is the person who is behind Project 2025. And I believe that, you know, if you are going to be a public servant, you better be unapologetically authentic, because voters can sniff out inauthenticity in a second. And I thought that that was one of the most inauthentic things I have seen Gavin Newsom do.
Wow.
I'm terribly,
so you don't believe in the let them hang themselves theory?
No, I'm terribly disappointed. I think you meet energy with energy, and what he did was he showed his pretty white teeth and his cute face and did nothing other than that, and I think it's despicable.
Yeah, you see what's going on there. So Gavin Newsom, probably the Democrats' best option for a presidential run, even though the guy is terrible. I hate the guy, the governor of California. I'm a Californian, and trust me, the guy is terrible. But at least he is going out there and doing a podcast where he's talking to other people like right-wingers and just hearing them out and having a conversation. Now, Sunny Hostin she is the left, right? She's the Democrats, and whenever somebody from that side actually has a real conversation with like somebody from the right, they automatically, oh, that person's, he's compromised. He's not a zealot for us. We can't trust that guy anymore, you know? So anybody who shows any sort of like promise of being maybe the next hope for that party, because they're willing to not just go with every single, you know, crazy left-wing fucking talking point that there is, you know, they just completely, you know, throw them to the wolves. Like Stephen A. Smith, he's been thrown to the wolves. Now, although Gavin, I can't stand the guy, they're throwing him to the wolves. It's just hilarious how these people aren't willing to have somebody step up and, you know, change the party for the better, where somebody might actually want to vote for one of their candidates, right? And The View is just a perfect microcosm of all those people, especially, you know, Sunny Hostin and Joy Behar. They just want you to say exactly what they want you to say, right? The crazy thing, like, nope, there's not even a question. Men should definitely be in women's sports, or, you know, just all that stupid, or no, you have to fund Ukraine. Zelensky's just the greatest, you know? It's just, or illegals, you have to have illegals be in our country. You know, it's all those talking points. And if somebody doesn't go along 100% with them, they're gone and ousted from the party, and they won't get the backing of the party. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing, because if you're a conservative or Republican, it's just great to see, because they're never going to win another election ever again. But all right, let's get to the next topic. Track runner Alila Everett, who assaulted another runner, is now facing charges. Go ahead, take a look at the clip of her explanation.
Everybody has feelings, so you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? They're going off of one angle. A couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, but people stopped caring about your mental when, you know, you lost your mind and you lopped that poor girl over the head with a steel pipe, all because she's faster than you. yeah, nobody cares about what you think anymore, all right? Because you're the POS who couldn't handle your emotions because somebody was better than you, right? And that just goes along with, the pussification of America, of every kid getting a trophy and never being told no, and you're just such a winner, you can do anything. That's what you get, right? You get the people who can't even handle losing a race and they got to assault somebody. And then you got to love how she just goes straight to playing the victim. That's the playbook these days. Oh, I assaulted somebody with a steel pipe or a PVC pipe. I don't even know, but either way, right? Either way. But yeah, oh, I just assaulted somebody, but I'm going to go on TV and cry about it, so I am now the victim. And you know what's hilarious is this was a black on black crime, so she's still trying to play the victim card when she assaulted another black girl, if the other girl was white, then yeah, I would say, okay, yeah, you're going to go play the victim card and people are going to believe you because that's a white girl, so nobody cares, right? But it's a black girl and you're still trying to play the victim? I mean, Jesus. And see, this type of stuff needs to happen where there's charges brought because, this type of crap can't be happening in the future. You can't normalize, sports, people assaulting other people in sports, right? For some reason, I feel like people are trying to normalize it, like it's okay that if somebody loses their mind these days and just goes off on somebody else like that. But no, that can't be happening at all. But all right, let's get to the next topic. Rapper Lil Yachty completely called out the BLM scam on some stupid cooking podcast. Take a look at the clip.
You spent $100,000 on a trip to Disney once. How much have you spent on charitable causes this year? Let's start cooking these pancakes.
This year technically just started, so this year, it's hard to.
What about last year?
Well, last year, it's hard to gauge.
All right. So what about the year before last year?
Oh, well, that year, that's a good year. Yeah, it's just blurry. I be doing so much.
BLM? Since you want to be so black powered?
BLM is a scam.
Clip that! Send it to the fucking news.
BLM was literally a scam. They had bought mansions, and you probably wouldn't know anything about it because you don't care about black people. So you don't follow black
I do care about black people. Look at my chocolate. You're mad.
It's a disguise.
You're mad. I think I'm literally the most pro-black person in this room.
Because you have an all-white staff?
They're not white. They're POC.
I'm gay.
Thank you. But don't laugh.
I do have a gay, so I also am.
Gay?
People want to pretend like there's some sort of big race divide right now in America when the election of Donald Trump showed that the races are very, very aligned in where they want the country to go right now, right? There was a lot of black people voting for Trump, Mexican, Hispanic, Asian. He got a huge amount of all of those votes in this past election. So the only real divide we have in our country right now is a perception divide, right? So basically, if you're somebody who allows the mainstream media to dictate your perception on the world, then yeah, you're going to think Donald Trump's Hitler, Elon Musk is Hitler, and, women are losing rights. But if you're somebody like myself and Lil Yachty, apparently, and probably you, if you're watching this video, you take the extra 5 minutes to go research the real story behind everything, and then you don't look like a moron because you know what's actually going on. So the only real divide in the country right now is just people who are perceiving the world differently, right? You got the liberal zealots who perceive Donald Trump and Elon Musk as Hitler and they're overthrowing our country. And then you have people like me and Lil Yachty who are like, yeah, you're just a moron and you don't really see what's going on. It's so easy to go out there and do the research, take the 5 minutes and find out what's really going on. But there's a huge, not huge, there's about, 20% of America who just lets mainstream media dictate the way that they perceive the world, which, if you want to be controlled like that, bless your heart, right? Bless your heart. But all right, let's get to the next topic. A trans person, or a man dressing up as a woman, basically, pulled a gun on a street preacher. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
Harder, but you need to try less being like somebody you're not and start to humble yourself and be somebody that God made you to be. He didn't make a man to be a woman. He made the man to be a man. He didn't make the woman to be a man. He made the woman to be a woman. And this is the truth. What are you going to do? Come attack me now? I should. Hey, man, it's up to you. If you want to pull that on me, well, God bless you. So you just threatened me with a gun. You just pulled a gun on my face. Man, Lord have mercy on you. This means that you don't even know who you are. Nope, I still love you. Even though you pulled a gun on me, I still love you. I still bless you.
Man, dude, that guy has some huge balls. And the dude with the microphone, he had some pretty big balls too, not, you know, freaking out after a gun was pulled on him. But yeah, it's just, we gotta find out why there's just so many trans people doing all this violence these days. There's definitely a trans violence problem going on in America right now. And if you don't believe it, then just go online and search, you know, probably not on Google, maybe a DuckDuckGo, of just find out all the different trans violence going on right now. There's been countless shootings, school shootings, you know, we're not getting manifestos because people are trans. It's just becoming a huge problem, and people don't want to, people are pretending that it's not a big problem, right? They're like, oh yeah, no, that you can't say that because that's transphobic and blah, blah, blah. No, we got to get to the bottom of this. Is it the hormone therapy, their, you know, depression medication? I don't know what it is, right? It's got to be something along those lines. Or are these just, you know, completely mentally ill people in the first place for them to actually try to pretend that they're trans and go through all this stuff to, you know, try to fool people into thinking they're women, which nobody's fooled about that person. I mean, come on, that guy is just, whew, that was a pure psycho, right? But yeah, we got to get to the bottom of this. We can't be having this, like, you know, whole trans violence issue that's backed up by, you know, people who just say, no, you can't say anything terrible, bad about trans people because you're just a transphobe. Yeah, we gotta figure this out, folks. But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Later.